Alright, so March 21, Flamingo, My Mother at 66. The poem really reveals the fact of aging as a natural process close to the hearts of all humans. The fear of losing a parent, it captures the complex subtleties of human relationships in a texture of symbols, images, and poetic devices. This is the theme and sub-theme. Then moving on to the learning objectives, subject-specific, content-based learning objectives to enable the students to realize that aging is a natural process and is going to envelop one and all. Understand that the compulsion of life, where one has to forego one relation for another due to the demands and social and personal obligations. Comprehend the poem, identify the figures of speech and enhance their vocabulary, appreciate the theme and style of writing of the poet, understand the complexities of human life, behavioral application based to enable the students to imbibe values like care and concern, sharing and loneliness, love and affection, understand the importance of near and dear ones, develop their views on inescapable aging, decay, and ultimate death. Realize and fulfill their duties towards the elders in spite of being busy in the fulfillment of their own desires and aspirations of life. Then activities and resources under it. We have warm-up questions. Aging is a natural process. What do our parents want from us? What should be our priorities in life? Can we help our elders in keeping them away from loneliness? Then audio of the poem will be shared. Expected learning outcomes. Students will be able to read the poem and with proper expressions, pauses and voice modulation. Comprehend the poem, understand and find out the figures of speech in the poem, understand and share the loneliness of aged, understand the importance of our duties towards the elderly people. Then under assessment we will be having assignments, comprehension questions will be asked to test the understanding. Why did the poet use the device of repetition and all I did was to smile, smile and smile. Textual questions, RTC and literary devices and worksheet would fall under this category. Then we move on to Flamingo book. Again Flamingo. Earlier also we did My Mother at 66, which was a part of Flamingo. Now we are moving to the last lesson, which is again a part of Flamingo. The story depicts the pathos of the whole situation about how people feel in not learning their language and losing an asset in M. Hamel, the French teacher. It also highlights linguistic chauvinism to enable the students to comprehend the story, understand and enjoy and appreciate a wide range of text, different genre. Understand the meaning and usage of phrases and statements. Understand the need to preserve for preserving one's language. Understand linguistic chauvinism and its effects. Change their lackadaisical attitude towards their mother tongue. To enable the students to inculcate the values of concern, devotion, realization of truth, respect and patriotism under that language is a key to present. Be sincere and serious in doing work, as you never know when it would be a last opportunity to avail. Respect and safeguard one's mother tongue. Then we have warm-up questions. Under warm-up questions we have, how would you react when you come to know that your mother tongue is snatched from you? Would you repent for not being sincere towards learning your mother tongue? War of any kind kills humanity, but ironically, on the other hand, unites people to lend their helping hands and strengthen the patriotic feelings. Justify. Students will be able to understand the language is the key to present, know the meanings of new phrases, know the importance of mother tongue, understand the wastefulness of war, enhance thinking, analytical and literary skills, understand linguistic chauvinism. Under assignment section we have comprehension questions. Write a note on the character of Hem Hamel as a teacher. Write a note on mother tongue is the language of one's thoughts and ideas, and rejecting one's mother tongue is denying one's own culture and identity. Recall one moment, task, incident when you procrastinated learning and later felt sorry for your lackadaisical approach. Design methods, plans, steps to do away with this casual approach. Then worksheet would be given, textual questions, extra questions, assignment, character sketches would be asked. Then we move on to Law Spring, which is again a part of Flamingo. This chapter is about the exploitation of children in hazardous conditions. It highlights abject poverty, thoughtless traditions, loss of innocence, importance of education, backbreaking, hard work, and dismal working conditions. The chapter is about the acceptance of poverty, exploitation as destiny, and the dire need to provide the poverty stricken people, especially the children, a life of dignity and opportunities to dare and dream and do. Unsustainable goals to be UN sustainable goals to be discussed. So UN sustainable goals will also be discussed. Quality education, how quality education needs to be provided. Students will gain insight into the problems of slums and refugees, where the children also work to support parents. Then we will get to see, to enable students to communicate their ideas with a lot of conviction, appreciation, they will be able to appreciate the theme and message conveyed. It sensitizes the reader to the miserable plight of the poorest of the poor, understand the urgent need to end the vicious circle of exploitation through education, awareness, cooperative organization and empowerment, focus on the use of figures of speech and writing, use appropriate vocabulary and expressions, realize that education, play and pleasure are not for poor children. To enable the students to inculcate values like empathy, responsibility, care and concern, observation of the paradoxes in the society we live in, create social awareness, understand the plight of street children forced into labor early in life, know the importance of education and language and knowledge. Warm up questions activity to introduce the lesson, dreams of discussion on classroom discussion on dreams of the poor and the reality, problems of child labor. Education is the only weapon to better the lot, the plight of street children forced into labor early in life and denied the opportunities of schooling, video on rag pickers and hazards of working in Bengal industry, audio of the lesson will be shared. Students will be able to analyze that there are millions of children experiencing no spring in their lives, for their childhood is consumed in making a living. Understand the miserable plight of the street children forced into labor early in life. Understand that they are denied the opportunity to go to school. Understand the vicious circle of social stigma, poverty and exploitation. Analyze that there is lack of compassion, empathy and commitment for the upliftment of these children of the weaker society. Then under assignments, comprehension questions will be asked to test the understanding. Would you agree that promises made to poor children are rarely kept? Why do you think this happens in the incidents narrated in the text? Do you think Sahib is happy working at the tea stall? Worksheet based on the lesson, textual exercises, RTC literary devices will be asked. Then we move on to Deep Water, which is again a part of Flamingo, a real life personal account of experiencing fear and the steps to overcome it. The experience of fear and its conquest made him live intensely. He enjoyed every moment of his living. To enable the students to understand first person narrative style, understand phrases, catchy lines from the text, analyze the difficult situation and act accordingly, and to understand another person's experience, decision making, know various kinds of water sports and their importance, gain knowledge about various types of phobias. Then we move on to enable the students to imbibe values like courage, optimism, self-confidence, patience, develop positive attitude towards life, cope up the challenges and stand against all odds, share views on personal experience to overcome fear, know the importance of decision making and determination in adverse circumstances, Then we move on to warm up questions activity to introduce the lesson. What all adventurous activities you perform, narrate your personal experience to overcome fear, brief up about the author, name different types of phobias, activity to support learning. A clipping on water sports will be shown for understanding the lesson. PowerPoint presentation with narration. William Douglas did manage to overcome his fear of water, but part of the credit also goes to his teacher, who played an important part in making this happen. How can learning be made more effective? Students will be able to comprehend the text, understand the most challenging situations could be overcome with immense courage and determination, know various types of water sports and phobias, understand that there is terror only in the fear of death, and at death there is peace, understand the first person narrative style. Assignments, comprehension questions, express your views on there is terror only in the fear of death. All we have to fear is fear itself. Discuss determination, courage, as well as honest efforts win over terror. Textual exercises, extracts, value based character sketches, RTC would fall under this. Then we move on to writing skills. Writing skills, invitations, revision would be there, right? Then we move on to advanced tries on O level. This is from Vistas. This we will cover in the next session. For now, that is it. Thank you for watching. Please do like and share and subscribe my channel, so that we also know that you support us. Thank you.